Welcome to the Militia Gaming Community. I'm Trigger, and I recently did a wrong build video for the Mercury Cougar, and I found something that I think could be a bug. I don't really know what it is, but the rating system in this game is broken. So let's take a look. Let's go. I'm giving away an Xbox Series X to one of my subs this holiday season. Click the giveaway video link in the description or in the top right of this video now to watch the video and enter the giveaway. Just being a sub will not automatically put you in the giveaway, you must officially enter. So go watch that video, enter, and then come back to this one. Good luck. Alright, so this was me yesterday. Alright, so I think I'm going crazy. I just built this car earlier in this video, and it was a 400, and it had 10 on power, 10 on high speed, a little bit lower acceleration, and 10 on nitrous, and it was a 400 plus car with this exact same build, this exact setup of parts, and now I can't get it back to 400. So I don't really know what happened here, but I'm gonna buy a brand new Mercury, and we're gonna install all of these parts all over again from fresh, because I think something is glitched here and I can't figure out what it is. So let's do that, and then we'll see what the outcome is. But if you look at this right here, we've got the 4.7 liter V8 engine, just like I had on the original build, Ultimate Plus engine parts, Ultimate Tool Turbo, Ultimate 5x3 pound NOS, Super Track suspension, Elite brakes, Elite race tires, Elite Plus clutch. I had the 8-speed gearbox, but even the 7-speed, look, 395. I was trying the different gearboxes to see if it would work. Nope, 395. And the Super Track differential. So I don't really know what happened here, but we're gonna buy a brand new Cougar and we're gonna build it up again exactly the way I did earlier in the video. We're gonna see what the stats look like. Alright, again, this is it, the 395 Mercury. Let's switch over to the brand new one, and we're going to install all the same parts and see what happens. Here's our fresh, brand new Mercury Cougar. Let's swap to the forged V8. This is going to take all of my money. Let's put all the Ultimate Plus parts on here. I may have to even borrow some parts from another car because I don't know if I have them all. Ultimate Dual Turbo, 5x3 pound NOS. I don't have a track suspension, so we're gonna have to buy that. Elite brakes. Do I have any race tires? No race tires, so let's buy those. Elite Plus clutch, 7-speed gearbox, and the last piece, the differential, track differential. What is this? What is this? It's a 400 plus car if you build it completely from the ground up. Let's go ahead and put our nitrous on here just in case that changes anything, but I don't think it will. I don't know what's going on here. 10, 9.9, 9.3, 10.0. This is the exact same build that we have on the other car. Let's swap to the other Mercury. $395. Ultimate Plus everything. Forged 4.7 liter V8. Ultimate Dual Turbo, 5x3 pound NOS, track suspension, elite brakes, elite race tires, elite plus clutch, elite 7-speed gearbox, super track differential, NOS refill, NOS duration. What is happening? The rating system is broken. The rating system is broken. This is broken. I don't know if it's just this car or if it's every car, but this is broken. What is happening here? I'm so confused. I don't even understand what's happening. Let me swap back to the other car just to be sure I'm not going crazy. 400 plus. Same exact engine. Ultimate Plus engine parts, dual turbo, 5x3 pound NOS, super track suspension, elite brakes, elite race tires, elite plus clutch, elite 7-speed gearbox, and super track differential. What is happening? Well guys, I don't really know what to tell you. This should be a 400 plus car. I think this system is broken and it thinks that some of these parts are not the parts that they are. I don't really know what's going on, but this should be a 400 plus car. Last night when I built this car with this setup and tested all of the engines, this engine was a 400 plus. This morning when I come in and I try to make this video, this engine put this car at 400 plus. But now after putting all of those builds together and swapping around all the parts and then putting it exactly the way I do on my track build, we have a 395. So I do not know what's going on. I hope that when you build this car, you get a 400 plus, because that was my intention. And that's what happened early yesterday and also this morning when I started testing this car. I mean, you guys saw it. I do not know what's going on here. I think the rating system is broken. I just don't even know what to do about it. I really don't. Now what I would like to do is test both of these cars to see if the rating system is broken and it's just the visual component, or if it's actually a different rating car, like if it's slower because it's a 395, or if it's faster because it's a 400. And if this thing is broken, this means that you could build a car exactly the way that I've told you to build a car, and it comes out to not be the right rating, and it's not actually the same build that I have, even though you have all of the parts on that car. So this makes me a little concerned that some of the builds I've been giving you have been the correct build, but you're not actually getting the results that you deserve. But anyway, we're gonna find that out right now. We're gonna test both of these cars and find out if there's an actual difference between this car at 400 and this car at a 395, which is what the game is telling me this car is rated at, even though it has the exact same build. So what I'm gonna do is run this car on Arian and find out if there's a significant enough difference in the times to say that this car is actually a 395 and not a 400. If the times are really close, you know, if they're within a second of each other, I really can't attribute that to the rating system. Most likely that's going to be driver error. So I'm going to try to do my best to have really clean runs, and then we'll find out. If the times are off by a few seconds or more than a second, I'd say that's definitely the rating system, and there is a huge bug here that I've never seen before. Now granted, this could be something that someone has already come across. This is just the first time that I've actually seen this, so I'm not really sure what to think of it, but I figured I'd let you guys know since I've built so many cars in this game and I've never ever had an issue like this before, and I've swapped parts back and forth all the time and I've never ever had this issue. So anyway, let's get into these tests and we'll come up with some sort of conclusion after this. Alright, so after exiting the garage, I went down to Arian and I ran the first test, and I was running the car that said 400 while I was in the garage, and it shows that it's actually a 395 when I got to the race. So upon leaving the garage, the rating changed. So now both of these cars are rated exactly the same. Alright, so let me select another car so that I can show you both of the Buicks that I built back to back in the inventory here. And I'll show you they both say 395. And you saw earlier in the video and from the footage from the last video, that one was showing 400 plus with over-exaggerated high speed and acceleration, and the other one was showing a 395. So let's take a look at both of the cars in my inventory here. So let's see. Alright, so here's one, 395 with a 10 power, 8.8 high speed, and 9.3 acceleration, 10 on nitrous. Let's find the other car. Here it is. Exactly the same stats. So here's my feeling on this. I think that both cars are actually a 395. I think they both have the right power, high speed, acceleration, and nitrous, and the 400 stats that you were seeing on both the build video and earlier in this video, those stats are exaggerated. So it may show you that you've built a car to be 400 plus, but it's not actually 400 plus. Now the thing is, I built all 11 engines and only 2 of them showed to be 400 plus. And those 2 were the engines that I actually tested in the previous video, in the build video. So I'm 100% confident that this forged engine is the correct engine for the car. The only problem is it still doesn't give you a 400 plus car. Now that being said, for a car that's not even 400 plus to be running a 303 on Arian, which is not the fastest time, but anywhere near 3 is really decent. I mean, there's a lot of slower cars out there. So actually it's decently fast for not being a full 400 plus car. Alright, so I guess the moral of this story is you really can't trust any of the stats that are in this game. I mean, I knew that you couldn't trust some of the acceleration, horsepower, stats like that. When it comes to like selecting parts, you'd actually have to go out and test it. But now you can't even really trust the rating system. Like, how many cars have I built that I thought were a certain rating that actually were much lower than that? Or are they much higher than that? Like, we can't even trust it anymore. So it's kind of weird, and I'm sure someone has come across this before. But I would say if you really want to know the rating of your car, you're going to need to leave the garage. Build the car and then leave the garage. Make sure the rating hasn't changed. You should notice it when you go to start a race. It tells you at the bottom of the race menu. It says what your car rating is, so definitely check that. So I guess that's what we've learned today. I appreciate you guys going through this with me. I was really confused yesterday doing this, and I couldn't figure out what was going on, so I had to come back to it today. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's it for this one, guys. If you have any questions, or if if this has happened to you before, let me know in the comments, man. I would really like to know if this is something that is widespread, that is happening all the time, or if maybe I just got unlucky and something happened to me. But I know there's bugs with the game, but I'm curious how widespread it is. So let me know in the comments if this has happened to you, or if you've had any weird things like this happen, or things that you'd like me to check out. If you have any questions about this, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter like always. And shout out to all the Militia subs. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.